Welcome to Valerie's Real Talk Podcast. My name is Valerie Smith, and I'm your host. Today is episode 23, and I'm going to speak to you that love is everywhere. Today, I was thinking that we're almost at the end of February, and we said February is the love month. And we have one more day, which is the 29th, and we know leap year is every 4 years. But I'm here to tell you that even though we have an extended day, is that we want to make sure that love remains. And it keeps going and keeps going. And the reason why I'm speaking to you about love is in everything. Is because the world as we see it in the news, we see it in social media, we see it amongst people, that the world is getting very dark. A lot of chaos is happening in the world, not just in the United States, but in the world. I don't know if this is a program that's happening where I really can't get into those discussions, but I know our media plays an important role. It could be from movies, it could be from social media, and it could be with ourselves. But it's important for humanity to understand that love conquers all. It is the strongest element in our universe. And I know I had spoken about this last episode, number 22, about empathy from the heart. But today is all about love within everything. Because when we see chaos and we see all the evil talking on social media, when can we get away from the negative news and the fear and the chaos? I remember growing up, I know in the 80s, it was very colorful. The music was hyped. Everybody was excited. Remember everybody's trying to get an exercise gig. And all I remember is that people wanted to get fit and they wanted to go to college. They just saw the brighter things in life. And when I think about it today, compared to the times that we're living in, I know I'm not alone. I've heard it from a lot of people, not just my friends, but you can also hear it from other people who are stars, celebrities. They can feel it also. So why am I speaking on love? Because love is universal. There's not a human in the world that does not want to be told, I love you. Or you have this certain way of feeling that you know that a person cares about you. And it doesn't even have to be verbal, that you care about someone just by looking at them. And how you admire them. That's love. It's all in the details. It's all in the details. You see, love can be a personal development for yourself. See, last week was about empathy within yourself. Because in order to show empathy, you have to show empathy for yourself. And the same thing about loving yourself. You have to ask that question, do I love myself? Because in order to love anyone, you have to love yourself. Love yourself from within, because love is in everything. It's in everything. You know, it could be your computer that you love. It could be the book that you read that you love. Maybe it's your talent that you love. And it's something that you wake up to every morning. That's love. Your pet, you love. The movies, Like me, I love going to AMC. My favorite time of going to see a new release. I love it. So we cannot go around thinking negative thoughts, talking about people, gossip, putting people down. You see, we don't realize what we're doing. Because wherever you're picking up these habits, it's time to change it. It's time to spread love, people, because our world is getting darker and darker and darker. And if you cannot feel it, there's something wrong. There's something definitely wrong. I'm a person of optimism. I love to be optimistic. My brother knows it. He said, oh my God, you're so positive. You're so optimistic. But you can't pretend like you don't see this. I do. I see it all day long. I hear it all day long. I see it all day long. But I don't never let it get me down. I never let it get me down. However, we have to continue to show love to ourselves. We have to show love to our family. You know, time we cannot get back when we waste it. But the thing is, we need to live our time in the present moment. We can't live in the past. We cannot live in the future. But we have to live right now. If you have that loved one, could be a relative, could be a friend, call them. Talk to them. Tell them how much you love them. Start embracing the people that is close to you, that you love. If you have a colleague, you know they're going through, talk with them. Give them the ear to hear their voice. Because everybody has a voice. And when you listen, that's love. You see what I'm saying? Love is in everything. Love is in the details. We just don't know it. But when you're nice and you're kind to others, that's love. So it's time for us as humanity to start speaking love, showing love, embracing love in your social media. Let's stop talking about this negative stuff. Let's stop giving the negative more attention, and let's give more love online. Let's start putting lovable content. Let's stop talking about each other, because we know that gives you followers. However, it doesn't bring value to humanity. And when we give value to the negative, guess what happens? Darkness creeps in our world. And then that's when crime comes about. The disrespect. No room for integrity at all. So how do we fix it? We have to speak it. We have to show love. So your homework today is, let's make that a challenge. We know that February is leaving pretty soon, in 2 days. How about starting now until the end of March? Let's show love. Let's talk love. Let your content be love. Because it's all in the details, and love is everywhere. I want to say thank you for joining me today, this evening, this afternoon, wherever you are, because you came today to Valerie's Real Talk podcast, and I hope you got a lot out of it, because love conquers all. I look forward to seeing you next week for episode number 24.